Hi, this is Alcam. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be discussing the low ridership that's happening on the New York City transit system and why most likely these numbers are not going to be going too dramatically up for some time to come, even after the pandemic is over. Well, if you've been following Luce Rossman, another YouTuber, most likely being how the rents are in New York City and how all the situation did for them during the pandemic to work at home, most likely a lot of these people will not be coming back. Especially with the crime problem on the New York City subway system and in the streets. We just had two employees at MoMA Museum getting stabbed. We had two homeless people got shot in Manhattan. It goes on and on and on. So who wants to pay $275 to come into the shit show, as somebody would say, and put themselves in unnecessary risk? Metro North Long Island Railroad numbers are improving dramatically to the point that now off-peak fares will not be continued during the rush hour. They'll be going back to normal prices soon. But despite the fact that the governor and the mayor want people to come back to the offices, there's a good chance it will not happen. I think the lockdowns did a lot of damage to New York City's economy, and the chances of it coming back to the way it was prior to the pandemic is dwindling. It's just not going to happen. We have to see. It might take years, it might take decades to recover. It's not going to happen overnight. And Lewis did make a point. You can't keep shutting things on and off with these lockdowns. In fact, John Hopkins had a study on this, and they determined that the lockdowns didn't do anything to stop the virus. It just made things worse. Because, you lost a lot of businesses. Just businesses are never coming back. People lost jobs. Some people just quit because they can't deal with the job they have. And it's very hard to find work because they want people with specialized skills. And if you don't have it, they're not going to hire you. Everything's online, which is unnecessary. They're afraid of the virus. It's going to come and get them. It's going to get you no matter what. All the precautions you do, it can still happen. So it's not like I'm making believe it can't happen. That's what other people did. That's why they ended up getting sick too. And of course, New York City Transit hasn't recovered from the losses of number of employees from the beginning of the pandemic. They're still short of people, operation-wise. Oh yeah, and the failed budget cutting that cut into the maintenance and operations instead of cutting into management jobs, which is why I will not come back. Yeah. Yes, and Twitter still has me suspended. Well, I guess, they could go kiss my ass as far as I'm concerned. I'm still working on a lawsuit against them, so it's not going to be the end of this. Because, people just walk away and everything, and these Twitter say, okay, it's better for us. Yeah, but to the point that if somebody do sue you and stand up to you, then you're going to be with your tail between your legs and ending up wearing diapers. So, and I did say in the beginning that two homeless people were shot by someone. They still are out looking for this suspect. So, one of them did pass away, the other one's still alive. So they're trying to get as much information out of that person as they can. But you can see the city is out of control. So, and I guarantee you it wasn't one of my followers that did that. So Just another blow to Twitter and the idiotic nonsense. My concern is if they continue doing this, what's going to happen in November? If both houses and the Senate get swept by the Republicans, Twitter and others are going to be in a world of hurt. Then they're going to be wondering what we're going to do now. You can't do anything. Once they get control again, guess what they could do next? They might go after Biden and Harris and force them to resign or be impeached. They're going to have enough votes to do that because they didn't have when Trump was there. That's not something I look forward to. But with higher gas prices, you would think people would be flocking to the subway. Nope. Oh, and Uber is going to put a surcharge on their services, you know, to counterattack the gas charge. So, I don't know what to tell you, folks. But when you're between a rock and a hard place, it's not an easy place to be. So this is Al Kane saying so long for now, and don't forget to stop.